Hey guys, Jesse Cole here from Neuro Coaching with another video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the top 5 cycling recovery drinks. Again, using another proprietary coil rating system. So this is going to be out of 4. Each criteria that I'm going to run through is going to be scored out of 3. So 4 criteria scored out of 3 each. 1 point meaning it doesn't meet the criteria at all. 2 meaning there's some way there, and then 3 out of 3 meaning they've nailed it. So the 4 criteria are, firstly, the carbohydrate to protein ratio. So ideally we want a 4-to-1 carb to protein ratio in our recovery drinks, and the reason for that is we want to get around 1.3 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight and 0.3 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. That gives us a ratio of roughly 4-to-1. Now in all these products, none of them actually meet that. I think the most I could find was 3-to-1. So in this carb to protein ratio, if they've reached 3-to-1, I'm going to give them the full rating for that. But just keep in mind that you should be trying to get in that 4-to-1 ratio. Second criteria is the carb blend. So just like you fueling in your rides, you want to get a mix of glucose and fructose. Same with your recovery drink. If you're dumping in 70, 80 plus grams of carbs, you want to get a mix so that you're actually absorbing it. So that's the second criteria. Third one is the electrolyte blend. So firstly, is there electrolytes, and is it a blend of sodium, potassium, magnesium, or other salts, or is it just sodium chloride table salt? So that's the third criteria. Fourth criteria is the vitamin and mineral blend. So a personal one for me, the way I use a recovery shake is if it's just an hour ride, hour and a half, I probably won't use it. Anything over 90 minutes, that was a solid session, I'll have a recovery shake. And then I'm probably not going to eat for another 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So I do like to have a vitamin and mineral blend of some sort in the product just to get some nutrition in, because I'm probably not going to be having another nutritious meal for a little while after I have the shake. So that's my 4-part criteria. Couple of bonuses that they are on offer. So you'll get the product will get a bonus point if there's some other ingredient that's adding value to the product, and could also lose a point if there's some ingredient there that's actually going to be detracting from performance. I won't explain what those might be, but you'll have to watch and find out, because some of these products have some funny ingredients in them. So let's hop over to the internet and get rating our products. So our first product, we have Wiggle Nutrition Recovery Drink. Cheaper end of the scale, $35 for 1.5 kilos, which is a bit of a bargain. So I gave this one a 7 out of 12 overall, and let's break down how they got to that score. So first thing is the carbohydrate to protein ratio. In 100 grams, we've got 63 grams of carbs to 26 grams of protein, which is just over a 2-to-1 ratio. So I gave them a 2 out of 3 for this criteria, which is not ideal. Ideally you'd have that 3-to-1 or above, but they're sort of halfway there. So I gave them a 2 out of 3 for that. Carb blend, what have we got? We've got skim milk powder, fructose, maltodextrin. Cool. Box tick there, 3 out of 3. They've nailed that carb mix there. Electrolyte blend, I gave them a 1. 1 being, no points scored because there is no added, there's a tiny bit of sodium chloride, so 1 salt added. So that trisodium citrate isn't actually an electrolyte, I think it's like a preservative or an anticoagulant. So we've got sodium chloride, and it's only 1.4 grams per 100 grams. Geez, which also seems like a lot of sodium. So that's actually, I'm not sure what's going on. The sodium, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's way too high, and also it's not a blend, so I didn't give them anything for that. And then the vitamin mineral blend also, nothing, just because there's no added vitamins and minerals. Now you could say, well, the skim milk powder, which could give some sort of nutrition, but I'm not going to score that because there's nothing added in. So that gives us our 7 out of 12. There's no bonuses or detractors here. There's nothing in here that makes me think I might give them a bonus point. So that is the first product, Wiggle Nutrition. Okay, second product, we've got SiS Rego Rapid Recovery in a chocolate flavor. I gave this one an 11 out of 12. So let's break it down. We go to the nutritional information. Per 100 grams, we've got 46 grams of carbs and 40 grams of protein. So they're really lacking here. I gave them just a 1 for this because that's only a 1-to-1 ratio. So not ticking the box there. Carb blend, what's actually making that up? So we've got a mix of maltodextrin and fructose. Bingo, I like it. That's a 3 out of 3. Then we've got the electrolyte blend here. We've got electrolyte, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, calcium lactate, magnesium oxide. So a good blend there. So 3 out of 3 for that. They've nailed it. Then let's look at vitamin and mineral blend. We have, here we go, vitamins and minerals. So we've got ascorbic acid, so vitamin C, a whole range of different things here. Okay, up here actually. Whole range of different vitamins and minerals. I'll give that one a 3 out of 3 as well. So that takes us to 10. And I'm going to give them a bonus point because the protein source in here is soy, I think it's soy protein. Here we go, soy protein isolate. So that gives us a bonus point, taking us to 11 out of 12. Nearly a perfect score. If only this had more carbohydrate in it, that would be good, and that would make it sort of, to me, a perfect product. But you could always add in your own sugar in your shaker as well, so that's probably not a big deal there. Interestingly, so this has a soy protein isolate, so it is vegetarian. The reason why, and it's dairy free as well, the reason why it is not vegan is because the source of vitamin D in here comes from animal sources. So it's not vegan, but this is the recovery drink I use. This absolutely minuscule amount of vitamin D doesn't really turn me off the product. So this is the recovery drink I use if you're interested in that. Second one. Okay, third product, bit of an interesting one here, not a cycling specific one. This is actually a MyProtein. It's a weight gainer, an extreme gainer blend, but I found this one because it actually ticks quite a few boxes. So I gave it it's getting a 9 out of 12, but there's a few things going on in here. So let's break it down. So carb to protein ratio. Let's go to our nutritional info, which should be down here. Where are we? Carbohydrates, so we've got 50 grams of carbs, 28 grams of protein, so around a 2-to-1 ratio there. So it didn't get full marks, but I gave it a 2 out of 3 for that ratio. Carb blend, what's making up that? If we go to ingredients, we have modified maize starch, which is, I think that's similar to maltodextrin. Could be wrong, but that will be glucose. Then we have fructose in here, and then there'll be some galactose and some other carb sources from the milk powder. So let's give that one, gave that one a 3. So there is a mix of carbs there, which is good to see. Then we go to our electrolyte blend. What have we got here? There's actually no electrolytes specifically added into it. So I gave this lower score just of 1 out of 3. So if I go to the nutritional information, we have salt, 300 milligrams per 100 grams, which isn't that much. And I actually couldn't see in the ingredients, where that was coming from. I think that's just there's no sodium as far as I could see in here. It must be coming from one of the other products. So gave that one the lower score. Vitamin and mineral blend, you can see here, big sort of stack of multivitamins in there, which is good to see. So gave that one a 3 as well. Now a couple of bonuses and things going on here. So I gave this a bonus for this flaxseed powder. That'll have a bit of omega-3s in it, which I liked. So I thought that was good. So bonus point there. But then we've then got a minus. So we've got in here creatine monohydrate at a pretty significant dose. If I go back down to the nutritional information, we've got creatine at 4 grams per 100 grams. 5 grams per serving. Problem with creatine monohydrate is it's going to make you gain weight. It'll hold you a bit of make you hold a little bit of extra water weight, which we as cyclists probably don't want. So I took a point off for the creatine there. But overall, a 9 out of 12. Pretty decent price as well. So $70 Australian for 2.5 kilos. So if you're looking for a recovery drink and you don't mind potentially a little bit of water weight from the creatine, I think this is worth a go and see how you like it. Fourth product, we've got the Clif Recovery chocolate flavor drink mix. Let's break it down. I gave this one a 10 out of 12. Protein to carb to protein ratio. We've got 30 grams of carbs to 10 grams of protein. So you're probably looking at doing 2 serves of this. So you get 60 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein. That's a 3-to-1 ratio. Full points for that. Nicely done. Carb blend, what have we got? We've got glucose, and then we've got dried cane syrup, so that's just sugar. So we've got glucose, and then glucose and fructose, so we've got a mix there. So that gets full marks as well in terms of the carbohydrate blend. Electrolytes, what have we got? Let's see down here. So we've got sea salt, calcium citrate, magnesium citrate, potassium citrate, so a nice blend of electrolytes there. So I gave that one a 3 out of 3. Vitamin and mineral blend, we got nothing here. So we've only got cocoa powder, whey protein isolate, little bit of milk protein concentrate, but there's no added vitamins and minerals. So I just gave it the lowest score possible here, a 1 out of 3, taking us to a total of 10 out of 12. Good product. You know, probably very effective as a recovery, just purely refueling recovery drink. I prefer to see some vitamins and minerals in there as more of a sort of a meal replacement deal. Third product here, banana and mango recovery powder from Torq Fitness. I gave this one a 10 out of 12. Let's break it down in terms of our carb to protein ratio per 100 grams. We have 22 grams of protein, 66 grams of carbohydrates. That gives us around a 3-to-1 ratio. Full marks for that. Carb blend, what are the actual ingredients? Where are we? Up here, we've got milk powder, maltodextrin, fructose. Nicely done. Full marks, 3 out of 3. Electrolyte blend, do we have any salts in here? I'm not seeing anything here. And if we look at the sodium per 100 grams, we've only got 200 milligrams. So lowest score there, 1 out of 3. There's not much electrolytes going on here, which is a bit of a shame. Vitamin mineral blend. So we've got here vitamin and mineral mix in the ingredients, and then we've got a list of what's in here. I'm not going to break this down, but I'll give that a 3 out of 3, taking us to a total of 10 out of 12. But there's something going on here. So this is the regular one, which is pretty high score, 10 out of 12. It's just lacking some electrolytes, in my opinion, but a good product. But if I go to the vegan version, this is really lacking. So let me show you this. So we've got the vegan version. If I was scoring, and I didn't do a scoring thing for this, but if I was going to score it, so we've got protein source, that's good. Pea protein isolate, maltodextrin, and then the carb source, maltodextrin and dextrose. So dextrose is just glucose, maltodextrin is just glucose. So the other product had fructose in it, so I don't know why they haven't put fructose in this one. So in terms of the carb blend, it's lacking. What's our carb ratio? 50 grams of carbs to 25 grams of protein. So it's also less dense in terms of the carbohydrate to protein ratio, which isn't good. No electrolytes, and also no vitamins and minerals. They've removed the vitamin and mineral complex, which I don't really understand. So if you're looking at the Torq thing, have a look at these regular ones, because this vegan one is just really lacking, which is a bit of a shame because the other product was quite good. So that's it for this video, guys. If I had to pick a winner out of that bunch, it would be the SiS Rego product. It is lacking in terms of the amount of carbs, but it's really easy to fix. So that's the one I use in my training. So when I'm mixing it up, I just put in a little bit of extra sugar into my shaker to get the required amount of carbs, which is that 1.3 grams per kilo of body weight. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.